My name is Deborah Dandridge, and I was born and I grew up in Topeka, Kansas. Currently, I'm serving as the field archivist and curator of the African American Experience collections at the University of Kansas Libraries. When I grew up in Topeka, in the time I began school in elementary school in 1951, and that was in the kindergarten. And at that time, of course, the case had just passed the district court. The white students would be attending the school that is 3 houses down from me, and African Americans would be attending Washington School. And at the time, in '54, Washington School was the largest of the 4 African American schools because it encompassed so many of the people kind of out in the rural area as well. So when the decision came down in '54, the Topeka Board of Education decided in 1955 that they were immediately going to integrate. So that meant for parents, their decision was, if you lived in a neighborhood that included both African American school and a white school, the parents could do whatever they wanted. Some of the parents in the school that I attended did decide to go to Parkdale, which was the white school. But my parents decided I would continue to go to Washington School. It offered a nurturing setting, a very supportive setting. I always had a sense from my parents that things were different now. You can do anything. You'll face barriers, but it was a different world for them. I think the generation is the assumptions they have that it was always there. So now, from our collections, and people say this is an all-black church, this is all the pictures are from African American families, there are no whites in them, and I say it was that kind of world. And now I have to explain to them how. And I can remember in the 60s and 70s you didn't have to explain it, but now black and white, it was a different world, and I can't say it's hard to convey. And it wasn't violent always. It was the unspoken word, and we kind of operated in different spheres. I love it when they said they did what, and you'd have to explain. They said different schools, and they still don't get it, but that's okay. There's a lot has been achieved, a great deal has. So we're kind of caught in between, in the new movements among young people and the way they're mobilizing around a lot of social justice issues, as well as, of course, the gun violence, which is, I would consider that a part of the social justice issue. I think it gives you hope, and it proves that it's the youth that will lead and make progress in our democracy, because they're the ones that have the hope. They're the ones that see the larger picture in many ways that older people who are set in their ways and are fearful of taking a lot of risk. So only the youth can make change, only the youth.